Welcome to a special edition of Daily Airline News. With the tragic shoot-down of the Azerbaijan Airlines E-190, which has claimed 38 lives, we thought we would examine the database of our colleagues aviationsafety.net to look at the worst shoot-downs of commercial aircraft since 1946. The numbers are really quite staggering, and we'll go through them and nominate the 10 sadly worst. There have been 68 ground-to-air attacks on commercial aircraft since 1946 and 32 air-to-air attacks claiming thousands of lives. Here we document the 10 worst. At number 10 was a Lockheed Constellation belonging to El Al Israeli Airlines with a loss of 58 lives over Bulgaria. The flight strayed into Bulgarian airspace and was attacked by two Bulgarian MiG-15 fighter aircraft. The Constellation began a descent and was attacked for a second time at an altitude of 8,000 feet. After approximately 5 minutes, a third attack took place at an altitude of about 2,000 feet. As a result of this last attack, the aircraft broke up in mid-air. The Constellation had strayed off course because of an incorrect radio compass indication due to the effects of a thunderstorm activity in the area. At number 9, on February 12, 1979, a Vickers Viscount aircraft of Air Rhodesia was shot down, killing all 59 aboard near Kariba. Shortly after departing Kariba, the Air Rhodesia Viscount was hit by an SA-7 missile, burst into flames and crashed out of control into a ravine. Joshua Nkomo's Zimbabwe People's Revolution Army claimed responsibility. Number 8 involves the Siberian Airlines TU-154, which was shot down on October 4, 2001, 184 kilometres off Adler, Russia. It crashed into the Black Sea after being struck by a runaway surface-to-air missile fired during an exercise. All 78 occupants lost their lives. At number 7 was an Aeroflot Tupolev Tu-104 on June 30, 1962, which was accidentally shot down by a stray missile in central Russia. It was established that the aircraft had been hit by a surface-to-air missile that had penetrated the fuselage. It apparently went astray after passing through a storm front and headed for the Tu-104. All 84 aboard perished. Number 6 relates to a shoot-down on February 21, 1973, when a Libyan Arab Airlines 727 with 113 aboard was downed while on approach to Cairo airport. Incredibly, 5 of the 113 aboard survived. The Libyan 727 strayed into Israeli airspace and was challenged on numerous occasions by fighters, but refused to obey their instructions or simply, tragically, didn't understand them. Number 5 relates to an Georgian Airways TU-154, which was shot down on September 22, 1993. The aircraft was downed by rebels after a flight from Tbilisi. The Tu-154 crashed onto the runway and caught fire. All 108 on board lost their lives. At number 4, we have the recent shoot-down on January 8, 2020 of Ukraine International Airlines 737, which claimed 176 lives. The Ukraine International Airlines Flight 752, a Boeing 737-800, was struck by a missile on takeoff from Tehran Imam Khomeini International Airport. At number 3 is the loss of a Korean Airlines 747 on September 1, 1983, with 269 aboard off the Russian east coast. Confusion over the identity of the Korean jet was to blame, say the Russians, who shot the 747 down after trying to make contact. At number 2 is the loss on July 3, 1988, of an Iran Air Airbus A300. The missiles were fired by the US Navy cruiser USS Vincennes, which was operating in the area, together with frigates. They were to protect other ships in the area. 290 passengers and crew lost their lives. The USS Vincennes had mistakenly identified the Airbus as a hostile Iranian Air Force F-14 aircraft. The USS Vincennes issued 7 challenges on the military air distress frequency. These messages were followed by 3 challenges on the international air defence radio frequency. None were responded to. The worst shoot-down was on July 17, 2014, when a Malaysian Airlines Boeing 777 was shot down over eastern Ukraine with a loss of 298 lives. Flight MH17 was operating a flight from Amsterdam Schiphol Airport to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Please subscribe to Daily News with Jeffrey Thomas. Please like us. Please leave us your comments. We'd love to hear from you. And do tune in tomorrow for another edition of Daily Airline News with Jeffrey Thomas.